What up? It's your boy, Truth, and I'm here and we're checking out the Super Smash Bros. Melee mod 20XX Tournament Edition. That's how you turn it on. You go to name entry and you turn it on. So let's jump right into this. How about that? Okay, so we jump right in and nothing much looks that different, but I have been playing around with this a little bit. I know what's good. I know what's up. So if we just jump right in here, we'll see that it's already got 2D over here. You can still do teams. It's got 2D over here, which is the version number of 20XX that we're playing on. What else? It says UCF version 0.73 up here. I think that means UCF is always on. I'm not 100% sure. I think that means that UCF is always on. I'm not 100% sure. The documentation, which is linked down in the description, says that it has UCF, I think, but I couldn't figure out how to turn it on, so maybe it's always on. So the big tournament edition part of this is that it's always, as soon as you turn the game on, it's 4 stocks, 8-minute time limit, with friendly fire on. And you see the only stages that are allowed to be picked are the tournament legal stages. So something else that you can do is pressing L and R will give you different colors on backgrounds, and that actually changes your shield color. So I'll just go purple here, and you'll see once I get into this. But my shield will be purple. Spoilers. And I'm going to put Ness on CPU level 9, because that's something else they changed. The CPUs are much more difficult. And I'm just going to go to name entry right here. Normally in vanilla Melee you can only do 4. In 20XX you can do 8. I think that's 8, right? Yes, I'm bad at counting. It is 8. So I guess my name's going to be Ah. And if we go here, or over here, and you might notice that I have a blue cursor, and that means that I can actually press X and stage strike right through the stage selection screen. And then we can just pick whatever stage we want. So I'm going to go get fucked up by this Ness really quick, and we'll see what's... Hopefully you guys can see how the CPUs are much harder. There's my shield, by the way. Okay. Oh, get back! No, okay. I have not warmed up at all. I just booted up the game. Get him! As I SD, hilarious. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So I actually won, which I wasn't expecting. But you may have noticed a few things there, and I'll get into them later in the video, as in right now. So if we click on tournament mode, we come to this 20XX. So if we turn tournament mode on, that basically disables all the special things. And it's meant to be used in tournaments. So there you go. We can turn on widescreen mode. I don't know. I don't know what that does. So basically, in tournament settings, you can do neutral spawn points on or off. So I think what that means is that if it's on, then it'll always spawn you like facing each other and not someone on like the top platform or the bottom. So let's fool around with this and see what happens when I turn this off and on. Okay, so you'll see with neutral spawn points off, me and the other fox are not facing each other. One of the CPU's higher than I am. And so let's see what happens if we pick the same thing with neutral spawn points on. Okay, and here you go. Yeah, you see we started on the same platform. He's up there now, but we started on neutral platforms, and that'll always happen no matter port. Because usually the port determines the spawn point, but not when you have this on. So that's interesting to say the least. Okay, so this one here basically turns the game back to version 1.0 instead of 1.02, which is the version that everyone has. And so that changes the hit lag and everything. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a good way to show that in the video, so I'm just going to move on. So we have frozen mode here. Okay, so basically frozen mode freezes all the stages to make them not do their weird thing. So I have it on toggle right now, which actually means that I can do it or not. So basically, here we go. You see my cursor is blue. That means that frozen mode is on, and Y takes it off again. So just to show you around, I'll do the normal Yoshis. And I'll just hang out here until the Shy Guys decide to show up. Here they are. So the Shy Guys are doing what they normally do, getting in the way. But then, if you restart the match, and you have frozen mode on, then no matter how long you play here, no Shy Guys will ever spawn. So this is obviously not valid in tournaments. But if you just want, you're just messing around. See, right here was when they showed up in the first match, and they're nowhere to be found. So just for when you're fooling around, maybe with your friends, and you don't want to get bothered by anything. This also eliminates the wind on Dreamland. There's no transitions there's no transitions on Pokemon Stadium. It just stays on the neutral one the whole time. It doesn't even change the background in Final Destination. So yeah, you can do that basically. Okay, so here on hold start to pause, basically what happens sometimes, you're getting so into it and you press start, and that's not allowed in a tournament game. So with hold pause to start, hold start to pause, I mean, is that you need to hold it for, well, let's see, that's like a whole second you have to hold it before it can pause, so you don't accidentally, you can I'm pressing the button, and it's not pausing, so that might be helpful if you're prone to pressing the start button by accident a lot. So this one, I've never heard anyone even talk about, is it just lowers the background music on Dreamland. I don't know why you would do that. I guess we can check it out. I'm gonna boost the sound for this next part, so let's just see. This is Dreamland normally, and I guess we can check out the lower background. Okay, well yeah, it's definitely lower. Not by very much though, but I guess if you're really bothered by Dreamland, then this is the mod for you. Okay, and I actually didn't see this the first time. I guess UCF is just always on. You don't have to enable it. So yeah, if I turn it off, then yeah, UCF is gone from up here. Can I enable it? No, I can't. Okay. Something else that I found out is that you can press up and down on the D-pad here. You see how my my hand is wiggling over there? Pressing up turns on rumble, and pressing down turns it off on each controller. So that's interesting. So I'm going to put UCF back on, and we'll see what else is going on here. Okay, so next we're in the 20XX settings here. We have some aesthetic stuff. You can see I already have this one on, where it skips the results screen. So normally, a match would look like it would have an ending, basically. So here we go. I've just killed myself 4 times. And yeah, you know, we have our end screen right here. But if you turn that off in the settings, so I just lost, and now it's just gonna boot me back. Yeah, right out here. You don't have to worry about the results screen. So that's fun. That streamlines the process of playing for sure. So I guess you can turn on random stage music. You can get a song from any stage on a different stage. I don't know why you would want that. Disable screen rumble. I can see people liking that. I have the extra shield colors on. That's what I showed off with the purple. There's a white and black that you can have too. I don't know any of the. Pretty much most colors, I think, they have. Okay, so you may have noticed. Let's flash back to earlier. Sometimes when I fall down, when I land after doing an aerial, I flash red. And that's because of this L cancel setting right here. So I have it on flash unsuccessful. It can flash when you're successful if you want, or it can just not be there. I definitely have it flash on success or on unsuccessful, so that it can. I'm trying to train myself to always L cancel, you know. I also have unfreeze game end on. You may have noticed that I can still run around once I win a game. So you see that he taunted right there as he won. You shouldn't be allowed to do that in the normal game. It's so you can see I'm trying to move around and I'm completely frozen at the final game screen. So that's just I don't know why you would want to do that, to be honest. Then here we have mechanic settings here. So spoof controller plugins. So it says on here, it forces the game to behave as if controllers are always plugged in. So I think if you can turn that on, then you can just play the game. Start the game with one player. Yeah, so it's pretending I only have one controller plugged in, but it thinks that there's another controller. So you can just play by yourself, I guess. Okay, well I can see why people would want to use that. Okay, so the next one is the salty runback. So basically, you can just hold A and B after a match. Then it'll just automatically restart. You don't have to worry about repicking a stage or anything. There you go. Just hold A and B. Here we go. Easy. That's actually a lot of fun, if you don't care about changing stages or anything. So taunt canceling is kind of self-explanatory. So I'm not really sure how this would be useful. You're able to slide off platforms when you're in the taunt animation, I guess. I got it to work slightly once. There. I don't know if that did it. Okay, hold on. I need this Jigglypuff to frig off in 2 seconds. There we go. So if like your back's to a corner and you press the taunt button, then you slide off. I don't know what the heck the point of that is. But hey man, it's an option. And then there's one more thing here. Oh no. There's one more thing here where you can disable the star KO. The star KO is when you get shot into the distance and it takes a long time to come back. And you can just disable that if that's something you want to. Okay, so there's a couple options here for training, for getting better. You can automatically L cancel if you turn this one on. And you get it flash if you do the right input. So that's good. Infinite shields you can turn on. And you see I'm standing here and my shield's never gonna... My shield will always be up. And I guess you can practice shield dropping like this. You don't have to wait for your shield to recharge when you're shield dropping. So that's fun. That's good. So you got the collision bubbles here. So I'll show you what that does. So you press right on the D-pad. I guess we disappear? Feels like that's not supposed to happen. I don't know, maybe that's working. Is that intended? I don't know. Well, very strange, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so we got CPU Smart DI here, which is just good for beating up on the CPUs. They'll always DI correctly, like a professional player would. So that's good for training. And then finally we have character color overlays and input display. So that's what I'll show off now. So you can see at the top you have the inputs for what I'm doing: X, Y, Z, L, R, B, A, C stick. Yeah. So that's just, I guess that's good. Actually can't really see them on my TV, but you can see them on the capture, so that's good. And then here's the your character is completely green when you're not inputting any actions, because as a general rule of thumb, you always want to be inputting something on the controller when you're playing Melee. And your character will be green if you're not. So that's pretty much all the settings. You can also copy this. All you need to do is a second memory card in slot B, and you just hit copy, and it'll do it. Let's see, other things. There's not really anything, nothing in the options, nothing in the data. Trophies, you have 99 of every trophy in the game. Not totally sure why that exists in this game, or in 20XX, but here it is, you know. So that's fun. I guess it goes without saying you have all the characters unlocked, pretty obviously. I also forgot to mention really quick that if you want to play on a stage that isn't a competitive stage, you just have to turn it on up there, and then it'll be here for you to play on, and you're all good to go on that front. Because that was something for me when I first got it. I was like, really, we can only play on the competitive stages? Like, what if you want to mix it up or something? But you don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, so I've been Truth. This has been Super Smash Bros. Melee 20XX Tournament Edition, version 2D. I hope you've enjoyed. The link to this will be in the top of the description. At that link, you can find the download link and instructions on how to download it and get it on your memory card. It's very simple. Trust me, I've done it twice now. Other than that, if you have a game, a mod, a ROM hack, anything that you want me to play, you want to see on this channel, leave a comment down below. I would love to see it. I'd love to play that game that you suggest, whatever it is. And I hope you have a great day. See ya.